All right, well, let's get on over to gaming news. Gaming news. Wait, music's on the way, people. I promise music is on the way. But in the meantime, Fortnite. We don't talk about Fortnite much on this channel. We're an old man channel, or at least I'm an old man. I won't speak for anybody else.
No, I am. I absolutely am.
I'm old. I'm old.
Relatively, right? The reason why we're talking about Fortnite this week is because they had a very notable addition. Now, Fortnite's no stranger to IP guests. I mean, what was it, like Master Chief was in it, right? Or Samus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or
Ryu,
Travis Scott was actually promoted in it. Ariana Grande. We got real world people.
Whole concert and everything.
Yeah.
Diplo, he was in it.
Exactly. So the natural progression, of course, is we need to get a civil rights leader in there. And I mean, if you're gonna get, you got to get like the king of civil rights leaders, the pop star, Martin Luther King. So according to Epic, there's a new exhibit in Fortnite, which was created as part of a partnership with Time Studios. It teleports Fortnite players to DC 1963, a reimagined Washington, D.C., where they will be able to visit the Lincoln Memorial and the National Mall to hear King deliver his infamous 17-minute speech calling for civil rights. They say the experience extends with museum-inspired points of interest and a collaborative minigame quests that you can complete with others. These activities progress players through the experience and bring to life important themes of Dr. King's speech. We move forward when we work together. So, I have some thoughts, but I'm really curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are because I brought this story up before we started, but didn't really get your take. Josh, what are your thoughts on MLK and Fortnite?
I can see the intent behind it, and the intent is that's great, but I don't know, something about it feels disingenuous a little bit.
Oh yeah.
In a game that's constantly. Yeah, with Epic behind it, and I mean, there's layer upon layer why that I feel that way, but really it just feels, I gotta tell you, it was a very strange moment when I turned on my PS5 and I saw that little news story that said Time and Fortnite, and I was just like, what the hell is this? Yeah. And I did not feel like anything about it was going to be good. Now, if this gets a kid to see that and they're like, oh, this is great, I want to learn more about this, then that's fine, but I don't know, I'm kind of curious what you guys feel, because I kind of feel weird about it.
Yeah, I think that's natural. Yeah, Derek, what do you think?
I don't understand the intent. First of all, it's not even February, so what are we doing?
Hey, Black History all year long. Black History 360.
I feel like that's what a lot of people are thinking. Like, is it February?
Yeah.
Is it 2022?
Yeah, nope, it's not. That's kind of one of the things I low-key like about it, that we're not trying to partition off.
Yeah, I know.
I feel you.
It's interesting, to say the least. Like you said, Josh, it seems very disingenuous. I don't really understand the intent behind it. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I'll say this. They did work with the King estate and got the go-ahead, full, complete cooperation. And I think they made a statement, something to the effect of, if this gets King's message out to a younger audience in an interactive way, we're constantly seeking ways to get his message to new audiences. We support it, right? Which makes me feel a little bit better. It's really easy, especially when it comes to like large multi-billion-dollar corporations, to be like, what's your thing?
Pandering.
Because one of the things that's often overlooked about Dr. King is he was a socialist.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that.
He warned of white liberals. He warned of people who take his words and pretend to care about them, but then follow it up with hollow action. And I'm not saying this is one of those hollow actions, because like you guys have mentioned, this could be a good thing. This could get the message out to somebody new. And when it comes to education, sometimes you got to meet kids where they're at, and kids are on Fortnite. So I don't want to curmudgeonly shake my fist at a cloud and say, "Ooh, Fortnite is bullshit," even though in my heart of hearts I kind of feel like it is. But again, not to poo-poo it for other people. It's kind of an interesting thing. I really do like the history mode and stuff that they've been putting in Assassin's Creed lately, and that's actually been used recently in universities and schools, and I think that is just dope as fuck. I think that's
that's cool.
That would have really cool. Like, I would woke me up in history class. They're like, today we're gonna take a virtual tour through Rome. I'm like, fuck yes. So I think I'm 80-20, 80 support it, 20 like, but again, it's not for me. This isn't for me. I've had my run-in with civil rights and that education, and it was presented to me in all the ways that were available at the time, some good, some bad, right? And then I got, the re-education when I was older, because, again, a lot of the history we learned as children, especially from our generation, was most certainly whitewashed.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are having, especially a lot of white people, they're having a reckoning that a lot of, people who have already been through it or have loved ones that have been through it have known for a long time that things are screwed, and it's not just surface level. We need people of color in positions. It's systemic. It's policy. And it's a lot of things that Dr. King spoke on that really got him killed, that were swept under the rug past the I Have a Dream speech. So I hope that this is the start of getting not only his message out, but his complete message, maybe James Baldwin, the messages of other civil rights leaders in their full context out to young children. And in that case, I do support it, but I'm not going to speak for everybody. I think everybody's going to have a different opinion on it. And at the end of the day, we're all doing the best we can.
I agree with you. I think that this conversation we're having right now is probably very similar to what they had over at the studios who make Fortnite and Epic. Having this conversation about access, who can see it, the younger audience. It's a good conversation to have, but it always feels a little bit icky when this kind of stuff is presented in a forum that's made just to make money.
Yes. Yeah, that's the part that's,
Call me when they put Malcolm X in there.
Oh, man.
Man. I mean, you know what? The one thing I do, I'll give credit for this. Yeah, they're probably banking on this making bank, but at least Fortnite is free, and the cost of entry to actually go see this is probably free as well. This isn't part of like a DLC pack, like the Civil Rights DLC pack.
Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, the MLK DLC pack.
And as long as I don't see anybody like standing up on his lectern flossing while he's doing a speech, I'll be okay.
You have a dream for $15.99.
Exactly. Oh my God.